Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jeridan Conde, you're watching Tito Fit. And today, we're talking about a shoe, specifically a shoe that I'm using from Saucony. So running, as you all know, unless you've been living under a rock, is really having its heyday right now. Whether it be for fitness, whether it be as a sport, if you're joining fun runs, marathons, or just as a way of being active and, keeping your weight in check, it's really been having its heyday. A brand like Saucony flies a bit under the radar for most people because it's not as well known as the major players like Nike, like Adidas, and these other major brands that have been around for so long. But don't sleep on Saucony because Saucony is one of the brands that is exclusively dedicated to running. Saucony only produces equipment, apparel, shoes that's exclusively for running. Now, although some of those models technically have transitioned to lifestyle, they are retro running models for the most part. Saucony is an American brand. At the top of their running lineup is the Endorphin line. At the top, you have the Endorphin Elite, and then what we have right here is the Endorphin Pro 4. So the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4 is a race day shoe. It has a full carbon plate and it's sandwiched by two foams, the Power Run HG at the top and the Power Run PB at the bottom, both of which are P-Bax blends. So those are race day foams, if you must know, similar to the foam used by Nike for its Alphafly and Vaporfly, which is Zoom X, which is also P-Bax based, and other top competitors in the race day running shoe lineup. So the Endorphin Pro weighs in at about 212 grams for a size 9. The stack at the heel is about 39.5 millimeters, just a little below 40 millimeters. And at the toe, it's about 31.5 millimeters for a 8 millimeter drop from heel to toe. It's not too aggressive if you step on it. It has that patented speed roll technology, which supposedly promises better propulsion forward. But when you stand on it, if I compare it to other race day shoes like the Alphafly, the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3, it's not quite as aggressive on that rocker. And especially if you see those other shoes like Hoka's, like even just looking at it, you can see it's aggressive. This one, it's a bit more of a neutral, tamer ride, but it still promises you propulsion. Once you do get your feet in it, it's quite bouncy. You can tell that it's a really bouncy shoe. Contrast that with the Endorphin Elite, which is a little bit more plush. So this one has a full carbon plate to manage that propulsion. That's what makes you get that little oomph at the end. It's a full-length carbon plate, and it promises to be very stable all the way up to your marathons. Ideally though, I would think that this is best for your 5Ks and 10Ks, slotted like right directly against the Nike Vaporfly or the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3 currently. Now, some disclosure, this shoe was given to me by Saucony Philippines. We're using it now. I'm using it to train and run in a 21K later this year. Maybe I'm gonna give you some thoughts on that as well after a long-term view. I've put all of about 15 kilometers on this shoe as of now, but I can tell you that it's good. It's manageable. It's fast enough for your speed sessions. It's stable enough for longer runs as well. It has a very good heel counter, so it's very stable in the heel. And like I said, it's not as aggressive on your toes. You're not gonna be on your toes like people who wear other super shoes at the mall, which is quite a pet peeve of mine. You might be running a marathon soon, you might be running a half marathon, or even just a 10K, and you want to enter the world of race day carbon-plated shoes. Don't sleep on the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. It's a very, very good shoe. Currently available right now here for 14,995 pesos. I know it's a little pricey, but compared to its other counterparts, it's decent. If you're not in the Philippines, as far as I understand, it's about $240 US in retail. Just like the brand, back in college, I remember we used to see Saucony. It was a shoe that you'd pick if you didn't want to get lost in a sea of what everyone else had. Nowadays, I can say that if you don't want to get lost in a sea of Adios Pros and Vaporflies and Alphaflies, this would definitely be my pick. If you want to stand out a bit from the crowd, get the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. And people might even see you as a serious runner. If you've gone this far, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.